Hej, hej, witam was bardzo serdecznie na 32 już odcinku z Hogwarts Legacy.
Revelio.
Tu Merlina skończyliśmy. Więc lecimy do pani profesor Fitzgerald. Mapa Hogwartu, najszybciej będzie chyba konkretne pomieszczenia i komnata mapy. Zobaczmy, co nam będzie miała do powiedzenia. Jak w poprzednim odcinku odkryliśmy, Ranrock i lojaliści coś tam kombinują z jakimś wielkim wiertłem. To oni coś będą mieli do powiedzenia.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Okej.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Miejmy taką nadzieję. Aczkolwiek widzę, że to nie przejdziemy dalej z tego względu, że potrzeba nam gazu. Spotkajmy się najpierw z Sebastianem, później z Poppy. Jednak lecimy tak trochę bardziej poboczne. Aczkolwiek myślę, że zaraz skoczymy, kupimy sobie czas. Coś to ogarniemy.
Nice to... What do you have?
Zobaczmy. A, on ma tylko te. No dobra, nieważne. A znowu trochę posprzedawać. A nad tym pomyślimy.
Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Well, how...
Why am I always it's a waste of my skill.
Dobra, mamy 8 na 10 już. O, i kolejna zagadka Merlina.
Revelio. Confringo! Revelio.
Jest chyba 6 do zniszczenia.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade.
Petrificus totalis. Preparo. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Gdzie jeszcze może być?
Confringo. Revelio. Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
No nie powiem, trochę słabo. Tam jeszcze.
Confringo. That's that.
Dobra.
Settled.
Jeszcze 2.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Dobra, zobaczmy.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Glacius! Levioso! Confringo! Descendo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Repulso! Descendo! At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the
Confringo!
tomb is set free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting. Wingardium Leviosa.
This room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest.
Revelio.
Conspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Accio.
We're here for a reason.
Confringo.
I'd say opening them all is justified.
Accio. Revelio.
No dobra, nic więcej nie ma. Można iść dalej.
Quietly now. Expelliarmus. Protego. Descendo. Accio. Repulso.
Confringo.
Defendo. Confringo. Glacius. Bombarda.
Szybko poszło.
Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Capolso.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Defender. Glacius.
All this grass.
Confringo.
It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about
Revelio.
catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Confringo. Revelio.
No dobra, nic więcej nie ma. Lecimy dalej.
Now this is the sort of grave room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
What did you find?
Accio. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Accio. Repulso. Defendo. Accio. Revelio. Repulso.
Did you hear that?
We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! I need to find a safe way across. Accio! Confringo! Defender! Confringo!
Twarda. Też chyba nie. Może? Zobaczmy.
Incendio! Accio!
Dobra, jeszcze raz.
Incendio! Lumos! Accio! Incendio! Lumo! Accio! Incendio! Reparo!
A, no dobra.
Descendo! Accio!
Nie udało.
Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Rickety bone bridge complete. Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
I teraz można otworzyć tutaj.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Ale śmieszek z tego Sebastiana. Dobra, zobaczmy.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized
Confringo!
the student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
No dobra.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Nie jest tak źle. Sadzaj.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio! Imperio! Revelio! Repulso! Repulso!
Another
Revelio!
barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
A, bo coś wolę trzeba ogarnąć.
Accio!
Dobra.
Nadia Leviosa!
Będzie zabawa. Chodźmy sprawdzić najpierw.
Accio! Confringo! Imperio! Stringo! Potato!
Confringo.
Stupid one! Potato! Imperio! Incendio! Glacier! Confringo! Defendo! Bombarda!
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Revelio! Confringo! Accio! Depulso! Revelio!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Mamy już kolejny itemek. Sprawdzenia później. Super, super. Dobra. Tutaj przejdźmy.
Depulso! Revelio!
Kolejny. Dobra. Więcej nie ma.
Revelio. Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio.
Ten... Tym czasem. Teraz tak.
Revelio. Accio.
Co? No to fajny
Revelio.
był. Że uciekł? No dobra.
Accio.
O. I to.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Stupefy. Confringo. Stupefy. Stupefy. Aerial. Defender. Confringo. Incendio. Lumo. Protego. Confringo. Glacius. Profindo. Bombarda. Accio. Descendo. Repulsor. Expelliarmus. Confringo. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio.
Tam już chyba nic więcej nie ma.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Accio. Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Oho.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Może Jominis ma rację. No.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I've changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Well,
I'll explain on the way. Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Confringo!
A, czyli buta trzeba. No dobra.
We get to Feldcroft, rather Anne, what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Ale myślę, że to zostawimy sobie już na następny odcinek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Jeśli tak, to zostawcie łapkę w górę, komentarz, ewentualnie suba na kanale. I słyszymy się w następnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się. Cześć, cześć.